Hi guys, today we're going to make a short video about carpal tunnel. We're going to discuss what carpal tunnel is, why it occurs, and which exercises you can do at home to help with your symptoms.
So what is carpal tunnel? So carpal tunnel is when the median nerve gets impinged as the nerve travels from the forearm through the carpal tunnel into the hand. The carpal tunnel itself is a structure in the hand formed by the carpal bones. So the carpal bones in this area of the hand, they create almost like an arch, which is covered in a tendinous sheath. The tendons from the forearm go through this arch into the hand along with the median nerve. If the tendons in this area get inflamed at all, because they've got no area to expand, they can press the median nerve and start giving you symptoms into the hand. The symptoms generally start with a bit of pins and needles or numbness into the thumb, index finger or middle finger. If the symptoms get a little bit more severe, you can get a little bit of muscle weakness into these digits or even possibly muscle wasting, typically into the thumb.
So why does carpal tunnel occur? There are three common reasons. Number one is pregnancy. Due to fluid retention, it can start compressing the median nerve. Number two is inflammatory arthritis. Due to the inflammation, it can also compress the median nerve. And number three is repetitive strain. So, for example, racket sports, manual workers, and people that sit behind a desk all day and do a lot of typing.
So if your carpal tunnel is quite recent and your pain is really quite severe, the first thing you'd want to do is to ice the wrist, because we want to drop the amount of inflammation in the wrist so we reduce the amount of compression onto the nerve. I'd use a foldable ice pack like such so we can cover the whole wrist. Always wrap it in a tea towel or a bit of clothing so we don't burn the skin, and as such we want to cover the front and the back of the wrist. I'd apply the ice for about 15 to 20 minutes at a time, give it the same period off as a rest, and I'll try and repeat that process as much as you can throughout the day, and it should really help your symptoms. The other thing you can do is to pop your hand and wrist into a cold bucket of water and draw the alphabet or draw a figure of 8. And this will help keep the joint active and moving, but it also helps drop the inflammation as well.
If you've been icing your wrist for a few days and the pain has reduced, or your injury is chronic, you can now start stretching the forearm muscles. So we're going to show a flexor stretch and an extensor stretch. Ray's going to demonstrate. So if you cup your hand just like he's doing, then slowly straighten your elbow. Good. You hold that for 30 seconds, but you want to be sure that the inside of your elbow is facing upwards. Good. Then the extensor stretch, you're going to cup your hand the other way around, push it down a little bit, straighten your elbow, and try to twist the elbow outwards again, so the inside of your elbow is facing upwards. Again, hold that 30 seconds, and you want to repeat that 2 or 3 more times.
So once you've done your stretches, we now want to do a bit of self-massage. So you can either do it just using the palm of your hand or a trigger point ball. We're going to start with the palm of the hand. So if you place your arm on the couch with the palm up, as Florence is doing, with the other hand, using the palm of the hand, we're going to run your hand along your forearm and just repeat that action. Use a little bit of massage cream or a little bit of moisturiser if you don't have that. We're going to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes, or you can use cross fibre actions. We're going to cross the muscle, or we can knead around and around in circles. If you prefer, or if you have one at home, you can use a trigger point ball or a tennis ball, cricket ball, anything that's quite similar. We're going to do similar actions, so we're going to run up and down the forearm or round and round in circles, again repeating for about 2 to 3 minutes at a time. This will really help to relax the muscles off in the forearm. So if you've been doing your stretches and your self-massage now for a week or 2, you can now add in some strengthening exercises for the grip and the forearm muscles. Generally we'd do these before we do the stretches and self-massage going forwards. I'm going to start off by showing you the grip strength exercise. We're going to use a trigger point ball. Ideally you'd use either a stress ball or a tennis ball at home if you have one. But basically take a grip of it, place your arm onto the couch as such, as Florence is showing. Try and keep your wrist in a neutral position so we're not flexing or extending it. And basically just squeeze the ball nice and firmly and then hold that grip for about 15 seconds. Give it a rest for 15 seconds and repeat that 3 to 5 times.
So our next exercise is going to focus on the flexors and the extensors of the forearm. So Ray's going to demonstrate. He's using a hammer, but you can use a dumbbell, a water bottle, or even a resistance band. Anything that will increase that pressure onto your forearm muscles. So we start with the flexors. So if Ray is going to lift up his wrist and hold it there for 5 seconds and then slowly bring it down. Okay, very important is that the forearm stays flat onto the bed while he's doing that. He's going to repeat that 10 times for 2 or 3 sets, depending on how you feel. Good. If I show you how to do the extensors, again, want to make sure it stays flat onto the bed, and you're going to slowly lift up the wrist. Good. Hold that for 5 seconds again, and slowly bring it down. Good. And once more, again, do that 10 times and do 2 or 3 sets.
So a few tips if you are suffering from carpal tunnel. The first would be to ice the area as much as you can. We really want to reduce that inflammation, so we reduce the amount of compression onto the nerve. The next thing would be to get yourself a night splint. So in all types of carpal tunnel, the symptoms generally are worse at night and in the mornings. So by using the splint, we basically reduce that range of movement of the wrist, and it helps the symptoms at night. If you're suffering with carpal tunnel due to inflammatory arthritis or due to being pregnant, please do speak to your GP, as they may be able to prescribe something that can help with your symptoms. However, if your symptoms are due to a repetitive strain, either by playing a sport, please have a rest from that sport for a few weeks, or if it's due to your occupation like typing, get yourself a proper desk assessment done so your position is correct, and get yourself a wrist support so you're not straining your wrist while typing. One last important note about carpal tunnel is that we do get quite a few patients coming in reporting on carpal tunnel, but their symptoms are actually coming from the neck. So if you're not quite sure where your symptoms are coming from, please give us a call at the clinic. We can talk you through your symptoms and what the best possible action is for you going forward. The other thing you can do is have a look at our previous video on the neck, which may be useful for yourself.
Thank you very much for watching this video. We hope you find this useful. If you have any questions, please contact us, and we'll try to get back to you as soon as we can.